It does not work like that, because normally most people that come to to be part of a show, they don't even buy these designs. So, but after the show, how do we make sure that this designer get to increase their sales because they were part of the event? So that's where the inflation bill comes in. It's event, it's fashion, it's challenge. You understand? I'm allowed, and not in a more relational sense. I deal with beautiful ladies every day. In terms of dating, I do go out. Yeah. Stop saying
My name is Lalas Kholo, aka Mutoko Vandale Vandale Satsaro Boneke Thabaka Mafuko Thabaka Mabubu Yagatera Dila Imrawo Ya Panda Wana Mais. Always I'm not alone, I'm with
Lij, MySunflower. And today we are coming from a very nice place. I don't know what to say, but we are coming live from Zai Lounge. It's a lifestyle, so they say. And next to us we have this, let me call him a fashionista, a modeling, like he speaks everything modeling, he speaks everything fashion, he speaks everything business, everything currency. You will find his name, and that is Thabang.
Stop saying
Probably you got that a lot. How are you doing, Thabang?
I'm right. I'm doing just fantastic, man. I'm doing just fantastic. Yeah.
You know, I've known you for over a year, but we only meet in person now.
Finally.
And to think you are not even far from us, but like, well, you were far the other time. You were far.
I've always been far, except for today. Yes. Except for today.
You've been far by choice.
Exactly.
By choice? Not really.
Because even this was supposed to happen, and he said, I think he was in Limpopo or something like that. Remember, Lalas? You were in Limpopo, and now you're back, but you are here. Anyway, you are here. I think, please describe Thabang to someone who doesn't know who Thabang is.
Where do I even begin? How many hours we have?
Two for you. For you,
We've got the whole day. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Then if then we have the whole day, let me at least use 5 hours for that to just describe myself. I think everyone needs to be patient with me on that. So no, but anyway, Thabang, how do I even begin to describe myself on that?
Who are you in a nutshell?
Who am I?
This is a self-introspection moment. Who are you? What do you do?
Means you've been busy, you forgot about you.
Thank you.
Actually, I think maybe that is something that I'm here to, look at in a way that I get to describe myself, especially to the people that don't know me, right? So, but otherwise, I think Thabang is a social entrepreneur, and I am a lover of fine things. I love things. I love things. I'm just not sure if those things love me, but I love things. So, but otherwise, I'm all about event media and marketing. I think that's because that's where lies my expertise. So then these 3 things, I think those are the things that really describe it. You understand? So then, if you think of someone, actually, you need to always think about events. You need to think about media. You need to think about marketing as well. So, but other than that, I think my experience lies more in the corporate space. So hence it's like the social entrepreneurship side of it. You understand? So yeah, I think that's me in a nutshell. And that has nothing to do with the personal side of me.
The personal side could be.
Let's get to the personal side. Who are you in the personal space? A father, a mother. Oh, not a mother, but a father.
No. I think what defined picture, before we get to the brother, the picture. I think I'm a lover, and not in a more relational sense, but personally, I love people. I love people, and I love things, and I love. I think above all, I love God. Above all, I love God.
You're a believer.
unbelievable.
So you're one of those people who get hurt so many times because of their kindness and generosity that goes with that love.
No, not that, because I know how to set our boundaries.
Okay.
I do better at that.
Very important.
I do better at that because I think I've learned to separate my emotions, from especially like in each and everything that I do or each and everything that I'm part of. I have learned to master my emotions. I've learned to separate my emotions so that I may be able to relate with people. Let's say maybe like we are sitting like this, right?
Yeah.
So then for me to be able to relate to you or with you at this point, it is actually like your mood, your attitude, your behavior determines or dictates my emotions or the level of emotions that I put in this conversation. You understand?
Definitely.
So I am a lover of oration. I am a lover of oration. Like I love anything that has to do with public speaking, And if ever you've ever read, there is this book that I'm currently reading. It is called The Columbian Orator.
Yeah.
So then it's a collection of historical speeches. There is this one person like in that book called Cicero. So Cicero, yes. So like he's considered like the standard of oration. And in that book, he will tell you straight that in each and everything that you do, learn to understand and to dictate your own emotions as much as you express them.
Yeah.
Do you get the point?
If we master that art, we'll be very, very good in dealing with disappointment. Because I could imagine in the space that you are in, which is event management media, let's have a little fashion side, or even marketing, those three. How many times we get into the field and things don't go our way? Like you planned the whole event, you spoke to the sound guy, you spoke to the artist, you spoke to the owner of the venue, but when you get there, people either don't show up. Sometimes they buy the tickets, they don't show up. The artists come, they don't have their music on USB. The DJ says, I'm only using this. How do you, when you counter with such, if you don't know how to detect your emotions, I can imagine how you feel like tomorrow, the next day.
I think you know what. I think for anyone who is being in the event game, right? And I'm using the word event game carefully. You understand? Because I think the right way to put it for me at this point is like it will be the event business. So for anyone who is in the event business, so they understand that you need to be fully acquainted with anxiety.
Yeah.
You need to be fully acquainted with fully, you must also have your emotions in check.
Yeah.
You understand? So then I think one of the things that I really find interesting is that if a person, let's say we're having an event, if a person will buy a ticket and not show up in the event, right? As long as the person has bought the ticket, I mean, it's a win for me. Yeah. It's a win for me. So then I don't really worry about the numbers in terms of audience. You understand? So then I'm worried about the numbers in terms of ticket sales.
Yeah.
You understand? So hence I said in the event business, and business guys, it's about money.
It's about money.
It's about money. So and I believe that a business must make money for it to survive. Or else if it doesn't make money, it won't go any further. You understand? It might go any further, but not that far.
Cash flow is very important.
Very much important.
I wanna ask you. You mentioned that you are a social entrepreneur. What does that mean?
Okay. I think the word social on its own defines itself. Being social, so it's related to people, and it's related to the gathering of people, for a specific reason or for a specific purpose as well. So, but from the entrepreneurship side. You understand? So then it's more about having to bring together people for for a specific entrepreneurship purpose. You understand?
Okay.
So then in my case it is all about having to conceptualize a corporate event. You understand? So together with other parties as well, coming up with our programs that really impact businesses. You understand? For excellence in a way. So I'm all about. I love excellence. You know, I believe that if you do anything, just like anything and everything, you need to excel at it, or else don't do it.
I want to ask you, like, for someone who you are into modeling, you love fashion. Anyone that knows you know how much you love the, what do they call them? Those walk, run, whatever, runway. Like you love them. I mean that space mostly it's female dominant, right? And I want to ask you this because I feel like you work with female in that perspective more than ever. How do you manage like ladies that want Mjolo from you? Like, how do you manage that? Because obviously they are
Ujola now.
Exactly. Like, how do you manage that? Because I mean, you're in this industry. It's mostly female, and they see you. It's not a lot of males there, but like, how do you manage?
One need Ujola logo.
No, I don't. And
Never dated.
actually, like I've never. Actually, I wish I had experience in my life. I wish I had that experience whereby I have a Mjolo experience with a model, but I don't.
Within that industry, you've never.
No, I don't.
Not even once.
Not even once.
You've never even like approached someone.
Or being approached.
Who is a model?
Yeah.
With my knowledge, actually knowing that this person is a model,
Yeah.
and then I still do that. No.
Haven't they approached you?
Man.
Tell us about that one episode.
Actually, I based on what I do, you know, from the media side, from the event side as well, and with me being the main man in terms of events, I kind of get that quite a lot.
How do you how does it come also? Do they tell you straight?
I think you need to admire the courage of women. Women are courageous compared to men. As a man, like for me, like I have reservations when it comes to men, you know, and I'm a bit cautious whenever I do those kind of things to say, nah, this is just not it, or maybe something is just fishy. So, but I think that's where my the limits, you know, comes in. So, but I usually get those kind of proposals, man, whether via text or in person as well. And I recently had, what this one.
You wanna know?
So actually, I recently had this other incident. This other lady, she normally follow my content on social media, right? And if you know my content on social media is centered around three things: it's events, it's fashion, it's church. You understand? So, but in terms of fashion and events as well, this is the business side of things, right? So now, this recently, because we are currently working on Tanzania Fashion Week, trying to build up to that event, which will be happening in December. So now, I had this lady coming to me, she just sent me a text, and she was like, you know what? I want to know more about what you do, especially as Thabang. I was like, okay, that's interesting, but if you follow my content, automatically you know what I'm all about. She said, you know what? No. The reason why I'm asking this thing is because I'm following you, and I need to understand and at least know from you directly what is it that you are doing, and give me at least an idea of being in your space. Okay? I was like, okay, no, not a problem. Then I will tell you. She said, okay, you know what? Let's make this thing simple. Give me your WhatsApp number. I will send you a text so that actually we can give you details. I was like, okay, no, sure. Because for me, it was purely business.
Yeah.
You understand? So I was expecting the conversation to be around business. She said, okay, sure. Then the lady, like I gave her my number. Then she sent me a text. Then I think in less than 5 minutes, in less than 5 minutes after getting like her text, sorry, then she called me. She said, you know what? Actually, like I don't really want to know about modeling because I'm not even interested in being a model, and I know I do not have the features of being a model. But are you married? so that's when I noticed. You know what? That's when I learned. Okay, this is going, somewhere.
That was very decent of her.
Decent, yes.
Way of
Yes. But here's the most interesting thing. This is what she said. What? Are you married? Because if you are not married, you should know that I'm also not in a relationship. So that's what she said.
And what did you say? She's basically telling you, I want you,
And
if you're in a position where you can have me, let's be together.
And but I think for anyone who knows me, Mjolo I'm very much careful. Like trust me, Mjolo I'm very much careful. When it comes, trust me, I don't make a mistake on that.
You speak of the church a couple of times.
Church
is something that I don't want to overlook.
Okay.
So like it has an influence in how you work around this Mjolo thing. Or does it have an influence? What do you think?
You mean what? Church?
Yeah, you being a religious person or a believer of, you believe in God, right?
I don't believe. Actually, I believe in God. Actually, God is the center of my faith.
Exactly. Yeah. So, your belief, does it influence how you deal with Mjolo?
Yes, it does. And it does. And when it comes to Mjolo as well, I have always maintained this view, even before I became a Christian, right? That number one, a man must always be disciplined. You understand? So a man must always be disciplined, and a man must always have a certain values that he upholds. Because they are the base from which, like, he himself as a man is what he's made of. You understand? So you must have like a certain values. So, and one of those values is integrity. Integrity. You must have integrity as a man. And I remember, I think it was Jim Rohn or who else? I think it was Jim Rohn. He said something like, integrity to like it is what you are when no one is. Is there or looking at you, right? So then, and the reason why I mentioned that it is because those are the values that I've always maintained even before I became a Christian, right? So meaning that I had to carry, those values like even into my, Christian walk or my church life and stuff. So then, I don't think, despite the fact that I am very much shaped, by Christian values as well, but I do give credit to church, to God, in terms of how I view or see or approach relationships as well. And don't get me wrong. I believe that because we know that when we talk about Mjolo and we talk about relationships, these are two different things.
Yes.
Do we agree on that?
Yes. Yes.
What? To me, at least.
What's one idea?
A relationship, Mjolo, like a relationship, it's more like you saying Levati, Limeti, like that's the same thing to me.
No, okay, to you.
That's what I'm saying. Because
but
when you say a relationship, Mjolo, how do you define? What is Mjolo in English?
Can I ask you something? In the context of life here, one understand. I
think you need to bear with me on that.
Yeah, the rainwater is life. So, if I have a friends with benefit, we are in a relationship. We are friends with benefit. If I have a girlfriend, we are in a relationship of a boyfriend and a girlfriend. If I have a side chick, we are in a relationship. We are in a relationship. So a friend with benefit girlfriend might know about it, but not knowing what we are doing. But a side chick girlfriend shouldn't even know about it at all. The one that I'm in a relationship with is my girlfriend. We are in a relationship. More officially is in public.
And then
would you say not a girlfriend yagari a John, not a side chick yagari a John, not a friends with benefit are John. And when it goes further, courtship. Think as a religious person you should know that now courtship in fact now really has a potential of being even a marriage. We can build something, but we are still knowing each other. We are there, one step or 2 steps closer to girlfriend. So most girlfriend even family but some girlfriend family are family shouldn't. If family knows the girlfriend, then family wouldn't know. In a courtship, family should.
No, but how do you? I'm not understanding the fact that you guys are saying Mjolo and relationships are 2 different things.
I'm in a relationship with me.
So, but not this.
But this is the thing of language.
Okay, this is what I would personally say. You understand? So yes, actually, like I like to say that it's a question of language, right? Okay, perfect. So, but I wish I was, enlightened or maybe more informed on the subject of Mjolo and stuff. So, but I think on that one, like I'm gonna have to prove that because I know that
Wajon.
Exactly, Wajon. Girlfriend, your name one.
Wajola na.
I'm about to ask.
Musadi Oron.
So you know what I was gonna say. but
and the relationship is broad.
Situationship, Mjolo, courtship, anything. This shipping there, and I was Wajola,
but I'm about to answer that, but you're still busy throwing that on me.
Specific.
Yes.
And if you know a good person, that's the good person. Like no stay, no.
Okay, let's make this one easy. Let me make it easy for you.
Okay, wait. Let me answer that. Okay, let me answer that. Let me answer that.
Yeah.
But I think I would be lying if I would say that I'm a good person. I am not, right? And for those who know me and I am. I think I have what one might call a complicated past, right? And as far as Mjolo is concerned and stuff. So, but when it comes to relationships at this point, there are certain things that I prefer keeping private. So, whether I am single, then I guess it's private. Whether I'm in a relationship, I guess it is private. So, but however, I'm a very public person myself. You understand? So, if then I'm in a relationship, you will automatically know that this one is in a relationship. If I'm single, you will know that this one is single. So, but for now, I will let you be the judge on that. What do you think?
Okay, I wanna make this easy for you. Lalas Wajola. Unale girlfriend?
Yes.
Sure. Wajola. Wajola.
What is Ujola?
Okay, please ask me. Please ask me.
No.
Please ask me.
Wait.
Because we need to answer. Did you hear what?
Wajola.
Like another boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah?
Now this is where the privacy comes.
Thank you.
This is the privacy.
It's not like a Davichi shall give me it now. Okay.
I don't know what you might be, but the thing is, Wajola. Nah.
Okay. Even though like I'm still waiting for you to describe Wajola because but I will try to answer that.
No, Wajola guys. It's a complicated thing.
Okay, when you're in a relationship.
Are you dating?
Are you dating?
Are you in?
In terms of dating, I do go out,
With
once
a
in
few
while.
candidates.
I'm still talking.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Hush
the answer.
now, the prophet speaks.
That's the answer.
No, actually, like I do actually, like I do go out on date, on dates.
I knew it.
With a few candidates.
With few people as well, a few ladies as well. But and I have to be very much. Don't worry about that. I do. I know that I have quite a lot of people following me, so then they are very much interested in knowing about that kind of life. So I do. I think it's very much important that she see that part. And by the way, I've had her on a friend zone.
Already.
Trust me, I am very much good at that.
Yeah,
I prefer to keep my option open.
I wanna ask you something, right?
But I was thinking talking about the issue of dates.
Oh yeah.
I do go out on dates, once in a while, try to get to know people as well. Because for me to like a relationship is is very much important. I need to before I get myself into a relationship, I need to know is this the kind of a person that I want to be in a long-term or committed relationship with as well. Because I am naturally intentional about the things that I do relationally. You understand? So then I can't just bring a person into my life just because they are beautiful based on the community's definition of what a beautiful woman is. You understand? As you said, I'm in the fashion and the modeling space. I'm dealing with beautiful ladies every now and then. I see them, we talk, we converse. I see and I deal with beautiful ladies every day. You understand? And I am learning through that experience, to get to know people as well, and to also see if maybe to also mold or structure my expectations when it comes to relationships. You understand? So which is something that kind of makes me feel a bit hesitant to either be in a relationship or to openly declare that I am in a relationship or single. You understand?
I get
You get the point?
Yeah, sometimes we do dwell on that dilemma, but one thing that I know, Lij Thabang needed never have I ever gave, but I will just go to something that I want to know in terms of the event management. What's one event that you are not proud of? Like you've done and it was you didn't like the outcome, and the event that you're proud of and why?
Bro. Let me tell you something that really I love that question because there are things that even at this point I'm still recovering from. You understand? Now we're talking about failures because when you are into events, you must know that your success or your failure is a public business. You understand? So that if your event is successful, then the public will know. You don't have to say anything. So, but if then your event is a failure, the public know. You don't have to say anything, right? And yes, we have people following up every day trying to say, how actually this person coming at this event, and how was the previous event? Because you know that these days, if while an event, then people because of social media, people always do this thing of pictures, following up so that they can bash you sometimes. It's the event day, right? So, but there was this event we hosted. So it was it was a mess, a serious mess, and we had the right sponsors, we had the right partners, we had the right resources, we had everything, right? But in terms of attendance, I think we had I think not more than 10 of people in the event. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Trust me. By that time, like we had sponsors. Understand? So we had sponsors, and remember, the event industry is a numbers game.
Yeah.
You understand? So and one of the reasons why I say the event industry or the event game is a numbers game, there is this thing whereby, like from my event experience, I've noticed that there are people that tend to give away free tickets just so that like the event can look fully packed. Why like tickets were not even sold? Trust me, there are people that does that. You understand? So imagine you have maybe this place that can fill up to maybe 100 people. Then you give away maybe 90 tickets just so that the event can look fully packed.
Yeah.
You understand? So yes, publicly people will think that the event sold out, but
You gave away
tickets.
The pockets are empty.
The pockets are empty, and even on there, you still have to pay maybe service providers as well for that event. So technically, you are working on -0.
Sure. I once performed for 2 people, at an event. A friend of mine organized event, sold tickets. In that village was for the first time we have an event where they sell tickets. People didn't understand why should they pay to watch entertainment. Especially for rapper, your perception of rapper. It's just that young boy who likes speaking English, according to them. They don't even know rapper English or rapper. Came just a couple, boyfriend and a girlfriend.
You lie.
They are those
couple, you mean 2 people?
Two people, and they are couple.
A boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Yeah, they bought the tickets and they came. They said, "Yeah, there are no people, but we are here for the event, so we're gonna watch the drawing." We had to perform, and I think I was the only performer that day.
You see, I think that is just the reality of the event. You see, that is just the reality of the event business as well. So,
But the one that you were proud of, because it was 2,
Yeah.
the down one and the highlight.
bro, actually, I have a lot of like events that I'm proud of. I have a lot. So, but
Okay, so maybe, but before we get, I want to know what made that event fail. Why did fail people Kenyelo really wrong before we get?
okay. Now to like let's talk, the event as a business now, man. I think there is something that most event organizers, especially those ambitious ones, or especially those ones that seek fame through events, tend to make, in terms of most organizers tend to exhaust all their, marketing or promotional budget before the actual time when the marketing or the promotional campaigns should start. Let me give you an example. So imagine if we are having an event in December. So now then we start to use all our our budget for our marketing budget now before December, right? So by the time we get to October, now think of that in terms of like budget wise. You understand? And when we get to November again, guess what will happen? People would have forgotten that you guys are hosting an event.
It's like
in December. Exactly that.
It's like peanuts on fishing before they release.
Exactly that. And the problem is that if then you're going to start like a marketing campaign, make sure that you are able to maintain the momentum. You understand? And that will require a great deal of budget. So, but if then you do not have enough budget for your marketing or promotional campaign, so that's where the problem starts. So with us, we started early promoting the event, thinking that we would be able to reach out that specific target. And we exhausted our resources before then, and people even forgot that the event is going to happen.
Oh, that's why. Now it makes sense. It's a learning curve.
It's a learning curve, yeah. So, yeah.
Now Lee asked the question.
What was the question?
The highlight. You have a lot.
I have quite
Can
a
give us maybe one, two.
Okay. Let me just give you like an eventual the first event I was proud of. The first event I was proud of just was this other trade show that we did here in Tembisa. It's a trade show. You understand? For those 12 one familiar with trade shows, in simple terms, we just call like media partners. We just call the public. We just call businesses as well. We just call funders, and we just call like organization that deals with business development, maybe that offers like maybe services to like within the community as well to come together. Then they do the showcase and stuff. It's more like an exhibition, but it goes deeper than that. Right? Yeah. So now we did that. It was our first event ever. It was our first event ever, and I remember I went to this other organization. Actually, this other organization, they were in Campton Park by then. So then I made a presentation, and as I made a presentation, they loved the idea, right? So they loved the idea, and I was super excited that I made a presentation for our first event ever. Our first event ever, and they loved it, right? So I was super excited. I was like, no man, I want to do this thing. Okay, sharp. Then after that presentation, I remember it was after 3 days, I made an appointment, with Standard Bank. I made an appointment to pitch. Then they said, you know what? Because we are currently busy at this point, because they were working on this other project that I will even mention. So then the person that I was talking to, they gave me at least 2 weeks before, so that I'm able to prepare everything, like the documents, everything that is needed, right? And I did that. So now, on that, I remember that day, I think I even posted that on social media. I was number one, I didn't have like the event experience. I didn't have like yes, actually I have experience in terms of doing administrative stuff. I have experience in terms of media as well, but I've never had actually like the experience of having to do like a presentation on that level. You understand? So yes, I would participate in in trade shows. I would participate in this other business event as well. Representing the brands that I was working with by that time. You understand? So obviously, then I'm used to making presentation here and there. I'm used to that. You understand? So that's where I developed interest. So with that one, I remember I went to that their offices. Then I was super nervous. I was super nervous. I had to make a presentation by that time. And the lady that I was pitching to, she noticed that I was nervous. She said, you know what, take a deep breath. I will give you 20 minutes so that you can try to get yourself together. And mind you, the lady was quite pleased that day. She said, you know what, I will give you at least 20 minutes to try to get yourself together so that we can continue on that. You understand? Remember, I did the first presentation and they loved it, and they agreed to be part of the event. You understand? So now with this one again, I'm super nervous. I was like, what am I going to do on this part? Right? So sharp. I remember that day exactly how nervous I was. I was super nervous. I don't want to lie. I was super nervous, but I was still excited. The idea that we are doing our first event, the event that we will call our own, and I'm pitching to this one big brand. It was something else, right? So I did the presentation, they loved it, they sponsored the event. So with that, I got the energy to say, you know what, I need to keep on doing more of that. So then from there, that's when I coined the phrase that if you are going fishing, always target the bigger fish. That should be your target. You understand? So I don't have a problem with people or organizations or maybe these local brands having to work with other local brands. I don't have a problem with that. It's good. Maybe they are working within their capacity. So, but that's not how we operate. You understand? So then, if then you are going to, you have a big idea or a big idea, you need to make sure that you have big guns on the table. You understand? So make sure that you work with big brands as well. You understand? So those are the big brands that will be able to complement your idea on that.
And these people, we just go to them.
That is the thing. I think that's where most local businesses or most local brands miss it. You understand? So, and I think it has something to do with fear as well. You understand? So to say that exactly. You understand? So, but on that, right? So we hosted that event. It was a huge success. It was the best. It was like and again, it was also the first time ever I was covered on on a mainstream platform. I was like, wow! So I made it, Mama, I made it. And you understand? So now back to the issue of having to work with this event. And trust me, I know quite a number of companies that are willing and able to work with township businesses. Yeah. So, but the problem is that township businesses do not reach out to them. Even if they do, the problem is that I think I even posted it was on I think 2 or 3 weeks back. I said something like the problem with township brands or local brands is that they do not honor contracts, which is the biggest problem because trust me, it is the biggest problem. So like our people should like. I'm an advocate for township businesses. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know this challenge because we have encountered it many times. You understand? So, okay, if ever maybe you've worked with a local brand or any local business, did you ever guys sign a contract? Did they ever keep it? To prove a point, even if maybe you guys signed a contract, look at how you guys or your relationship ended. I'm talking about business relationship ended. You might find that the contract elapsed, but none of you were even aware that the contract elapsed. You see, so my problem is that our people do not even want a contract. So then, how do I work with a person who cannot honor contract?
Honor it because they don't value it. You don't even understand
They
why.
don't value
They just see there's a paper that big businesses like to see as a form of profession. They don't know.
That is the thing. So think of that. They don't honor contract. Number 2 is the issue of fear. Having to say, okay, how am I going to approach this huge brand? Where am I going to start? Okay, that one I understand. I understand very well. But the problem is that actually you have automatically confined yourself, to think local. There is this mentor that I love, and I think I should credit him for saying that. He always said, you know what, it is good to think about local brands, but the phrase local brand is what really confines local brands. You understand? So because now you have positioned yourself in a way that you will remain a local brand because you are running on that phrase local brand.
That's why I don't want to be called the local artist.
You are not a local artist.
That makes sense, because then if you say local brand, the only vision it's just
local.
It's blared. It's just within. If I'm in Tembisa, I don't see anything outside Tembisa. It's a Tembisa brand.
That's it. And I will tell you something.
That explains it.
I will tell you something about that. We have to just agree that there are quite a number of big brands today that started Bukas.
True.
We just actually it is the truth. It is just bad. We know that this brand started maybe in the bedroom, whatever. You understand? So, but the fact that a brand started in a Bukas does not mean that it is a local brand.
Yeah, it belongs to the people.
It belongs to the people out there. You understand? So then, I think even us as people from the township, we must understand that we have to start currency, but let us have ideas that transcend even time. Understand? Ideas that transcend even time. A very good friend of mine always talk to me about what he calls the succession plan. Trying to say that maybe one of the reasons why most township businesses do not move is because we do not have what we call a succession plan. If then I, as Thabang today, something would happen to me today. You understand? Because it's I'm from the part of red promotions, I'm from the part of a red modeling agency as well. Then, if then something happens to me today, what then happens to them? Are they going to continue? Have I trained someone to take over if anything happens to me? So then how many township businesses will maintain that thought?
I think that's why, isn't that the reason why we have family businesses that die when the father passes away?
Exactly that.
Definitely.
Exactly that. It is one of the
Because
reasons.
maybe he didn't train his sons, his daughters to take over after they're not even one of his employees.
But another thing on that is that we just have to admit that sometimes we have kids, and we want them to be entrepreneurs, but in reality, they shouldn't be entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we live our fantasy in our kids.
You understand? Yes, actually, we try to impose, our interest on them. I always say that just because you can make a baby does not mean that you should be a parent. You understand? Yes, anyone can make a baby, but it does not mean that you should be a parent.
That is a fake game. You mentioned that you are busy planning the Zanin fashion.
Week, yeah.
Please tell us about the fashion week. Interesting. Please tell us about that.
It has to be interesting because in that.
Yeah.
So okay, with Zanin Fashion Week, what is happening is that the idea of Zanin Fashion Week is to go beyond what people always complain about, especially like our fashion designers and even models as well. Because what people always do is that they just invite fashion designers to just showcase in their event. You understand? So, but that alone does not, having to showcase your product or maybe your catalog within an event or within a show, it does not guarantee number one sales. We just have to admit on that. So that is the thing. And the problem is that, which is where I'm involved in, or what I'm involved in, because with Zanin Fashion Week, we are trying to make sure that we move beyond the issue of just showcasing. We have come up with different spin-offs that will guarantee that by you having to be part of this event, this is how your business is going to grow. So in terms of sales and in terms of our business support as well, you understand? So we are trying to balance the two. You understand? Not to just showcase the event. I was having this conversation recently with this other friend of mine. He was telling me that he has participated in quite a number of fashion shows as well. So what they do, event organizers, they just feel hyped up to say that we have this and so as a designer who is showcasing in their event as well. So yes, the event even that empanager effect. So but the designer does not benefit anything except just showcasing. You understand? So it's more like when you are presenting a proposal to a big brand and then you say that you are offering them publicity. How do you as a township business then offer a big brand publicity? I'm talking about a business that is already known international or globally. How do you offer that kind of a business publicity when they are already out there? You understand? So even these designers, they are always out there. Most people know them, even they know them maybe better than the organizers. You understand? So technically it is a win for the organizers rather than the designers. So now the question is, how then do we bridge that gap to say that these designers, as much as they are showcasing in our event, how do we make sure that they get value out of the event? You understand? Let me give you an example. So like we have few people, especially in the township, few people that design high-end stuff, right? So if then you go to maybe I understand that most people they do not have a website, right? So, but you'll find that the very same designs that they did maybe a year ago or 2, you might find that even today they are still there. They are not sold. So you see, so now with Zanini Fashion Week, we are trying to address the issue of saying that the stuff that you designed maybe a month or 2 ago, it must not be in the shelf. It must be sold. That is the idea. So then we are creating that environment whereby fashion designers will be able to thrive and grow even on that. But the point is that actually that kind of a system needs to be sustainable. We can't just say, no, you're going to sell this stuff in our show, then that's it. It does not work like that. Because normally most people that come to to be part of a show, they don't even buy these designs. So, but after the show, how do we make sure that this designer get to increase their sales because they were part of the event? So that's where Zanini Fashion Week comes in.
So how do you identify the fashion designers, or maybe let's say there's a fashion designer who's watching this and they would want to be a part? How do they go about it?
Well, we normally do what we call a designer call or an open call, right? So whereby like we just do like a social media campaign whereby like we engage like fashion designers, like if they maybe we are doing an event maybe in Gauteng, then that's when we'll make sure that the campaign is centered around Gauteng for the designers in Gauteng. If they do like now that we are working on Zanini Fashion Week, so the campaign is centered around people from Zanini, people from Bulukwane, on the other side people from Palabora as well, Guyana as well.
Vendors.
I was still coming to that.
No, you were not.
No, trust me, trust me, I was coming to that.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
Advocate their government.
it goes without saying.
My people, guys, my people.
You see, yeah. So, but we we are inclusive when it comes to our shows. Inclusive, and that goes with the fashion designers as well, even the models as well. Because most of the time we always get this thing of saying that maybe for a person to be a model, they need to be maintain this kind of a body shape and stuff. No. That is exclusivity. We are inclusive.
Can I be a model like that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. It also depends what kind of a model you want to be.
Oh, please explain what are different models.
Okay. On that, we have okay. Now, check that within Red Modeling Agency, we are currently dealing with 3 types of models or modeling spaces. We have the runway space. We also have the commercial space. We also have the fashion space. You understand? So then all these differ, based on expectations as well, and the entry requirements as well. Because it also depends on the kind of a client or a customer that you're currently looking at.
Oh yeah.
You understand? So that is to answer your question of can you be a model? You understand? Can you be a model? Yes. Because there are certain fashion designers that prefer to work with short models and tall models, like a certain kind of complexion as well. So it just depends on what the customer wants.
I think in this thing of beauty pageants and all of that, I don't know if I should say they have it nice or whatever, but like to be in a position where you can decide, you're like, nah, I want people to look like this, and then you have all these girls or the girls and boys who look like this, like that's just something else. But I think, do you have anything else that you want to ask before we wrap it up?
No. But what would you say to
no.
what would you say to someone who's new in the event management side and has made a lot of failures?
Okay. Before I answer that, I think I should make it just to clarify on something that you said. You mentioned the term pageantry.
Yeah. Like
Right.
beauty,
Yes.
something that is to do with beauty pageant, something.
Yeah. So as an agency, we do not deal with pageantries. We are not a pageant organization. So there are these are two different things. You understand? So because with pageantries, we are talking about those Mrs. This, Mrs. That, Mrs. That, face of this, face of that. So those are pageantries. So we on our side, like we are working with our fashion brands, we are working with our retail houses, we are working with those ones who are in the beauty and lifestyle space. So that's our space.
Or not the
not the Mrs. What like
but still, I think in terms of the requirements and stuff, like they have their own people that they want. You guys, from time and again, you have your own people that you want. As you said, inclusivity according to a client's. Yes, that's what I mean by that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But on that net, because when I'm speaking during this,
you are having a time of your life.
It's too bad that the time is limited.
Yeah.
So but on that, with pageants, you understand. One of the reasons why I've always hated, I've always not been a fan of pageant. It is because of the work that goes into it. That's why I admire everyone who is into pageants, because I know that it requires a great deal of work. If you are a pageant model, then it requires a great deal of work. So, but if then you are a fashion model, then you just need an agency that represents your interests.
And then off you go.
Off you go. You understand?
Definitely.
That's it. Remember, like we are not, equally gifted. So we have those people that are not good when it comes to putting themselves out there, or maybe having to get the public to support them. We are not the same in that part. You understand? So then imagine if then you are into pageantries and you lack that that personality. Do you see what lies the problem? So then I've always I've always admired people in pageantries, because I know that it requires a great deal of work. So now back to the issue of having to say something or maybe advise those who are in the event space, who have long dealt with failures. Here's the thing. You must learn to go with the times. There is this book that I once read, and the person said, a man who does not change with the time will soon be destroyed by the time. You understand? So the truth of the matter is the event industry is changing every day. So new concepts are being introduced every day. So you must know and understand the kind of trends that are currently going on in your space, and on top of it, learn to deal with that. You understand? Learn to position yourself in a way that you, as an event organizer, will be competitive enough. You understand? So, and in terms of failures, then I don't think we'll ever shy away from failures.
Yeah.
You understand? Because my first law will always come knocking at your door. That's how it works. No matter how prepared you are, you will always have setbacks. That is just the truth of the event industry. You can have everything figured out, everything covered and stuff, and still something goes wrong.
Definitely.
You understand? So you just have to be resilient enough, persistent to understand that no matter what happens, this is it. And also, I think people must, not be hard on themselves. If then you are doing everything that you can, you must applaud yourself for that.
Definitely.
You must applaud yourself for that.
That is a good one. And where can people follow you? Because I don't want to ruin, you see the last part, I don't want to ruin it. So where can people follow you on the socials and to be on the lookout of the stuff that you've been mentioning?
Okay. Yeah. So it depends on the reason for contact. Because I believe that at this point I represent the interests of different brands.
Yeah.
Right. So, but in terms of modeling, then you can follow Red Modeling Agency on social media platforms. It's a Red Modeling Agency, just like that. And again, we have a promotional division, which is a radio promotions. What we do on that one, so like we do in-store promotions, we do event activations, we also do flyer distributions and stuff. So we do that within our direct promotions. So then, even with that control, like you can find us on all social media platforms as direct promotions. So that's what we do, and and
Thabang as well.
And I was staying away from that because I'm avoiding that thing of getting taxed.
Are you married?
Just to clarify on that, I am not married, and I am not in a relationship, and I am not looking.
With that being said, from Lalas Kholo, Thabang, and MySunflower, till we meet next time. Down
Mama.